right, y'all. A little bit more over in this one. The first two was over on the side, kicking it. So here we go. Video 3. I'm glad you're here. The masks we wear. How the brain protects shame. If you believe you're not enough, you don't show the real you. If you believe you're not enough, you don't show the real you. So 1, the limbic brain survival strategy protects at all costs. Do you hear that? Protects at all cost. Solutions that worked as a kid but sabotage adulthood. You know, we can't be throwing temper tantrums out here as adults, which I did experience a long time ago when I was framing houses with the guy in charge, right? He threw a temper tantrum. Now I see what was happening. His protectors were coming out. He was not even in his right mind. He was feeling so overwhelmed at that time. Solutions that worked as a kid, but not now. See, we got to gain new tools as adults. Common shame survival roles. Here we go. Perfectionist, people pleaser, the hero, the invisible one, the comedian, hyper independent, controller, image manager. So these are all the survival roles that pop up in life. Have you ever been one of those? Have you ever been a people pleaser? Have you ever been a perfectionist? I know I get into perfectionism, hyper independent. That's me. Got some hikers over here. So which one of those speak to you? Have to control, a controller, having to control the situation to feel safe. And all of these are so that you feel safe. Your nervous body feels safe. So you got to control everything. You got to get everything perfect. You got to please everybody. You got to be the hero. I know I've fallen into all of these. Image manager. Oh, you got to make sure you look good. Man, this is a good video right here. Like we're getting into it now, y'all. This is it. Changing some hikers' lives here, giving them some knowledge they're not going to be able to undo. You can't stay ignorant anymore. You heard it. IFS framework, simple version right here. Me, competent adult self, not me, exiled parts carrying shame. Internal parent, inner critic, condemning parts. All right, so that right there, now let me explain to you what that means right there. The IFS framework. See, this is I work with IFS, internal family system, and I just love this. I could probably talk a whole hour on this, but what we end up learning to do, right, as we become adults with this unknown shame that we've been carrying since we've been 0 to 7 years old and on, is we disassociate from the pain, from the grief. We cover it up. What did we say in the first video? We cover it up with anxiety, anger, addiction, relationship issues start happening. But that's not really it. What really is it is the shame underneath. So instead of disassociating, right, sex, drugs, rock and roll, all the other things, food, entertainment, scrolling, hiking, I mean, dude, it could be anything and everything. It could help you disassociate from feeling the nervous system, from feeling the stuck emotions. And what do we get taught? Oh, shove that shit down, right? Shove it down. That's how we deal with it. Yeah, how's that working for you? Probably not very good if you're here and you're watching this, because you're probably here watching this because you're searching. What you are looking for is what is looking. And that's what I do. I help people connect with themselves, with their nervous system, with the emotions of the little guy in the past. I'm helping you find that. And I love it, man. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm passionate about it because it changed my life and it can change yours, like straight up. And so what do we do instead of disassociate? Well, we detach. So here, I love it. We got 2 D words: disassociate, detach. So instead of disassociate, numb out, distract, we detach from the emotion that's coming up, the anxiety you're feeling. We see this now as a part of ourselves. We see this part, oh, this is my nervous body feeling anxiety. This came online in those first 7 years. And what I do is I help you connect to that. I help you somatically connect with the nervous system that was programmed as a little one. And in that, in the allowing, the anxiety, the anger, the jealousy, the part of you that wants to control, the part of you that has to people please, the part of you that has to be a perfectionist, instead of being shameful about these parts, we begin to allow them to be there, understanding that a sensitive nervous system was programmed, that our emotional needs weren't met because our parents didn't know how to do that. Dude, we love our parents. Maybe not. Maybe they did the best they could, or maybe they didn't. I don't know. I feel like, me personally, that my parents did the best that they knew how to do with the tools that they were given, which was not much, y'all. The core lie: if people see the real me, they will abandon me. Is that true for you? That if people saw the real you, you'd be rejected or abandoned? That's shitty. But guess what? That's how most people in the world are living. The wind is kicking up. I hope the audio is okay, because I don't edit these. I just let them buck. I just let her buck. Authentic, genuine me. Take it or leave it. It's okay, because I've accepted me. I love me. I've learned to show up for the little 5-year-old, the 14-year-old, the 18-year-old, the 25-year-old. I have compassion for those parts of me. And I see that I've done the best that I've could do with the tools that I've had. So I extend this to you. You gotta have some grace and some love and some compassion for yourself, dude. Quit being so damn hard on yourself. You're not your thoughts. You're the observer of your thoughts. Dude, you're not the trigger that happens. It gets fucking crazy. That's not who you are. That's a part of you coming up to protect you. Because life will present you with people and circumstances to reveal where you're still not free. Peter Crone. So these triggers are a blessing if you're willing to do that. If you're willing to have the balls to be the most courageous person you can be. And doing this stuff, to look at the triggers and to take full accountability for yourself, is the way. Because we're all sovereign. At the end of your life, on your deathbed, guess who's responsible for the life you lived? You. No one else. The choices you make are up to you. So what choice are you going to make? Are you going to do the hard thing and go back through the grief, the pain that was caused of not being seen, heard, and met in the way that your nervous system would flow with naturally and be receiving to? Or just keep denying it, keep disassociating, numbing, avoiding, all of that? And once again, full circle, this is the proof that you are innocent, pure, loving being. The fact that you're here watching this video trying to get to the bottom of things. That's why shame doesn't feel natural, because you are not shame. You are not bad. And this goes to one of my deepest complex trauma issues. Is I was given a little kid Bible in 1984. I was 5 years old. And the reason I know that is because it was written in that Bible. I remember seeing the 1984. I look at it, and I see Jesus loving these little kids, all happy, like good dude. But by the age of 5, I knew that Jesus died for our sins. And so I flipped through the pages, and I remember there was like a green background. It was the 3 guys on the cross, Jesus and the 2 others. And I was like, I felt that I killed Jesus because I was born, because I was bad. And I felt false guilt for it. I felt shame. I felt that I was a bad person. So if you're in that, if you're in under that bullshit, dude, keep digging to find your answers, because there is more to the Bible that meets the eye. Let me tell you that much. There's a lot of good in there that I like. There's some good stuff in there that you can take out of it, but the overall root of the message that we're born bad, very passionate about spreading the word that we are the opposite of that. Because if we were born bad, we would be shame would feel good. Guilt would feel good. But that's not the case. So there's the proof right there. I hope you found some value in this video. I can go on for days with this stuff. So I'm going to make sure I covered everything. Let's talk about what happens when shame gets triggered. Yeah, we talked about the triggers. Those are your best friends. Triggers are your best friends. And once you begin that new relationship with the trigger, your life will change. Get excited about the triggers. So let me see what we got on video number 4, and that is shame triggers and the codependent dance. We'll see you next time. Go hit the next video, like, subscribe, share. Peace. Love you guys.